Hello, Mallards. It is still Friday for me, but it's going to be Saturday when you watch this. I am playing 2-card Whist. This is one of the lovely options at the Poe Triptych. Jen and I are learning right now how to play. I will probably lose because I don't have great luck. But I am still winning because after this I get to go see Eddie Poe. So it is already a win for me. I can't say I fully understand what's happening here, but through some combination of these cards and these cards, I get to play for, and I either want a high game or a low game, and I feel like I want a high game.
But I say low.
Yeah, but then I get to say high.
No, it's not fair.
So now it's a high game. You play first.
Okay.
And you get to lead, which means you get to choose the suits. And I have to play based on those suits.
Okay.
So you could potentially, kick me out of being high by playing a suit.
I can
I'm
play
not high.
any card.
You can play any card you want.
But this now has to... Ooh.
Yeah, and then you reveal.
So now you have to play a heart.
So I have to play a heart. And I want to try and be higher than that. Let's see how that goes for me. All right. Well, I have to play a heart.
Okay.
So now you have to play a heart. And if you get higher... Ooh! Oh, man. Well, I'm gonna play a heart there.
Okay.
Oh! All right, so then that's Jen's trick. We're figuring it out. I won. Jen. Look at how sad she is. She was squarely beaten. All's fair in love, war, and card games.
And whist.
And whist. All's fair in love, war, and whist. What an enjoyable way to spend an intermission in between. Jen has agreed to do Mad Libs with me, so she's going to give me some prompts, and then I will regale you with the full story.
The Telltale Heart.
Oh my gosh, I did the oh gosh. All right, regale us with the version of the Telltale Heart.
Upon the 13th night, I was more than usually slow, and watched the minute's hand move more sarcastically than mine. Never before had I felt so keenly mine own crooked finger as I placed my femur through the door silently. The room was pitch black, filled with the thick moon, which shrouded my secret intentions. There I stood for an hour, feeling the old man's despair, which was like my own. And then, when I had made an opening sufficient for my head, I dyed my lantern cautiously. Oh, so cautiously. Cautiously, for the hinges creaked. A single dim ray, like the thread of the spider, shot from out the crevice and fell upon the left ear. And this I did for 7 long nights, every night just at midnight. But upon the 8th night, we're going backwards in time, I heard a sudden book and knew it was a sound of human terror. It was a low, dull, quick sound, much such a sound as a watch makes when enveloped in lace. The sound increased my joy.
Incredible. I have now finished Eddie Poe, and having the opportunity to see Edgar Allan and then Eddie Poe back to back really does change things. It's really fun to move directly from one into the other because you see the continuation of the story in a way that I sort of hadn't the last time I saw Eddie Poe. Like, I'd seen Edgar Allan and I'd seen Eddie Poe, but seeing them back to back, I think makes a huge difference to see the two sides of Edgar Allan, Noctua and Corvus, and like really come to grips with what the first story was telling you, and then that leading into this second story. So this sort of picks up after Edgar Allan. He's now 16, going off to college, and still struggling with his inner demons. So there's the two versions of Edgar Allan, Corvus and Noctua. And they fight for dominance, trying to decide if they should do things nobly or a little bit less nobly. And it sort of depends on who wins out. But this particular version of the show is even darker because of the way that it plays the two personalities a little bit different, although there's still lighthearted moments of humor. But I think that there is a little bit of a love story at the heart of this that doesn't go well, is interesting. And I know this one ends on a cliffhanger a little bit, so I can't wait for the third one, because I will finally find out what happens about the orangutan. And I've wondered that. So I'm very excited to see how that develops, and it's just so enjoyable. I cannot recommend enough getting tickets to see all three, and if you have the opportunity to see the shows back to back, I think it makes a huge difference and will really heighten your enjoyment of the experience. I have had an absolutely lovely time seeing this show. Katie and Nick are incredibly talented. I love watching them perform. Also, the lighting in this, so good. And I think Kylie designed it. I guess I should double check on that, but I'm like 90% sure Kylie did the lighting design for this, and it's amazing. Like, the way the lights are done to set the mood and set the scenes and really help tell the story is just so good. And especially in such a bare bones setting, the lighting is a huge part of the storytelling. And I was very impressed by that. So I've had a wonderful evening at ArtSpace. You should come have a wonderful evening at ArtSpace. Link down there to get tickets to the entire Poe experience. And I will see you tomorrow.